Morning, friends. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Let's play some music first. Yeah, we'll do the play musics again. With some new songs from Queen of Tears. But anyway, how's it going, everyone? I feel like it's been forever since I streamed. I've been in a slump, a stationary slump. And yesterday, I repicked it up by doing some K-drama watching and kind of Traveler's Notebook, catching up. This is one of my spreads that I did last night, just doing some paintings. So, wanted to share the comparison between painting with a water brush. The problem with the water brush is that water are distributed very unevenly with each stroke, which results in this kind of like inconsistent kind of opaqueness, whereas if you use a regular brush, it's much better. Like, they're less stripy and more blobby, which I like. But anyway, let's clean up a little bit, because this morning I just went on a walk with Cooks and took some nice photos of him. Look at him. Look at this cutie boy. We went to this coffee shop called Two Kicks. I got my hazelnut latte right here. It's the only coffee shop in the neighborhood that will allow dogs. And since I'm fielding Cookie on my own this morning, this is the one he goes to. And the owner gives him treats so he knows. And he like darted right in, right behind the cashier. And I was like, Cookie. Here's another one. This is at the other store. It's a store that features like motorcycle a lot. It's called Two Kicks. So that's why there's so many cute outtakes. This morning we went and walked in one of my favorite cherry blossom streets. So here's Cookie posing. Here's Cookie peeing next to it. And then we walked a few blocks down to an outlook where you can see this beautiful, beautiful view of Seattle. And then these are some filler photos that I wanted to use for my past entries, but this is also from this morning. Oh, and I have so much photos here. I was cutting them out yesterday. I printed, I think, 3 full letter size sheets of cherry blossom photos. I have a few things I wanted to try to do today. I don't know if I will get to all of them, but one thing is obviously kind of slightly catching up in my Hobonichi, because I haven't journaled in it since Monday, really. Since last week, really. Well, actually, I did catch up last week. I didn't journal at all. I put this together yesterday. This whole week has been kind of, like I said, a slump week for me. So there's that. So I want to do that. I am on the last stretch of my recent Traveler's Notebook. So this one documents the dates since February 15th. And it has like the California Pen Show moments. Disneyland here. It has little bits and pieces of since coming back, the beginning of the cherry blossom season. So yeah, I need to journal on this. Some cherry blossom outtakes. Watch Dune. Painted this last night. I was surprisingly able to do this while watching K-drama. I was able to multitask that way, which is really cool. So I did that. I tried it with crayon. I ended up having to like leave this page open because the crayon was kind of getting onto the other page. A little bit of about the vet day, and then this spread last night. And look, I'm like 2 more pages. So I want some filler content because I want to fully document my cherry blossoms adventure in a new insert. One that I made last year. So remember last year I took apart the green tea, a pink Traveler's Factory one, and was it just a plain dot grid? and I put them together separately. Oh shoot, this one's not even put together. So this one's the green tea white one. Hello Paceway, welcome to the stream. Shoot, this one's not even put together. Okay, I guess I can't use this one. I guess I got too lazy. I was like, I'm not doing this one. Damn. I have to borrow Kelly's staples. I guess we're not getting to the Traveler's Notebook today. I guess unless I use this other one that my friend gifted me last year. Hey Polly, welcome to the stream. I did receive this one. I think, is this Mark's Mellow? Totally stole your idea and made the exact same insert as yours. Thought I'd share one with them. This poster reminds me of Cookie. Include the extras inside. I'm going to tape this here. Ah! Okay, I'm going to use this one instead. Since someone already made that for me. I'm going to use this one instead of this one. Will I go to Houston this year? Huh. I don't think so. We did plan a Thanksgiving trip to Texas, to San Antonio actually. And I was telling Toasty if she wants to meet me halfway, I could go meet her. So I want to do that. And the last thing I want to do is something similar to what I did before. Here's a accordion fold refill that I made. Was it last year? I think I started it the year before and I continued it last year. But essentially it's a map or an archive of cherry blossom places that I enjoy in Queen Anne. And obviously I have more places now that I like to go. Yeah, this one has Elliot's red lip car, so that means it's an old one. And here's a little compilation. So I want to do a referenceable archive so I could continue to document places. And I've actually had printed out photos of, they're all the same size. These are, I think, 9 spots that I've documented around Seattle that has like just big clumps of cherry blossoms. So I'm going to use these as reference and then mark the location on them. The downside is I realized I don't have any more accordion refills. So I was like, shoot, what to do? But then I was like, oh, what if I start a new travel and sketch spiraling notebook? And this way I could actually work on it flat too. Look, this is my OG prototype. I even got it stained because I was like having some stamps. So this way I can do one location per page. One location per page, write something about it. I could maybe do the map on the back. I still haven't decided how I want to do it, but that's something on my mind. And I want to pair it with this map that I got. This is actually another project I was interested in doing this year during the summer. Because this is essentially a guy who illustrated and mapped out the entire Queen Anne neighborhood. So this is the top part, and this is the bottom part. And then he went and actually draw out every single stairs. It's called the public stairs of Queen Anne Hill. So he went and illustrated and mapped out all the stairs on my hill. So I was like, what if I can add to it with the cherry blossoms? But the thing is, I don't know how would I? Or I could just slide it in here, I guess. Does this fit in here? It fits! Oh my god, perfect. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. I don't collect cherry petals. It's too much work. It sounds like they'll all just rot overnight. So, several things I want to get at. And of course, Cookie's barking. Well, first, let's just cut out these photos first. Cookie! Being a goosener. My table's a little bit of a mess. This year, I'm like, I shouldn't buy more Traveler's Notebook inserts. But I'm definitely still gonna hoard 2 of the Tokyo Edition one. But I also have a huge reserve of Traveler's Notebook refills I need to use. Especially since I asked friends to help me get the 10 Notebook 10 Color series. Now those are pretty special refills, and I feel like I just need to use those. I hate it when the end kind of drifts off. I always have to adjust it. Yeah, today it's forecasted to be a little bit sunnier in the evening or in the late afternoon. So I wanted to go do a final Hanami picnic in Ballard. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'll bring some Trader Joe's snacks. I'm really just gonna chill, maybe. Maybe I'll sketch. Not sure. Whoa. Yeah, today is finally not raining, so it was really nice to take Cookie out this morning and walk around Queen Anne a little bit more before his chore, which is to get his nails trimmed. But he's such a handful on his own. He's 3 years old now, still quite reactive to other dogs. Not sure in a insecure way or like he wants to play away. I don't know. Our first dog, you know. So the best I can do is to just always bring treats with me to distract him, because once he doesn't get into the frenzy, he's actually okay. But if I'm caught off guard and he got into the barky mode, then it's really hard to it's really hard to hold him back from anything. But we had to get his claws trimmed every 2 weeks because he's not quite he doesn't wear them down because he doesn't he's more of an indoor dog. So his nails grow back very fast, and although we go to the groomers every 4 to 6 weeks, his nails needs to be trimmed every 3 weeks or so. So having a dog is a lot of money. Costs so much money. The Tokyo TRC goes live? No, it doesn't go live tomorrow. April 10th on the Travelers Company USA site. It might actually already be on pre-order on some other sites. But it's officially going to be released at the end of April. I believe. Is it April next week? No, it's not yet. That's the one more week of March. Hello, Chai Noon. We're talking about the Travelers Company new product release called Tokyo Edition. A set, not a set, but a series, a collection of Travelers notebook, refill, stickers, stuff like that. It was announced earlier this month, and it will be released next week. Wait, no, it's not releasing next week. It's releasing next month. Okay, all right. What should I do? This is actually this photo. Should I just cover it up and do this one here instead? Tapping on me. I'll use one of these greens. I love these Kami Terrier paper memo pads. It's just the perfect size for my journal. The Taiyaki charm is definitely the highlight, in my opinion. Okay, I think I'm also running out of glue tape. I need to replenish it soon, but yeah. Gotta use it, no hoarding, not even glue tape. Sakura boy. I've just been taking Cookie to all my favorite spots and then just taking photos of him. Let's actually try to, like, I don't know, is there a way to clean up this? Maybe if I spray. Oh wow. And then this last page, I kind of want to do this. The big pieces. Whoa. Hi, Beeperoni. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. I'm gonna find my sakura stuff. Cookie. Utilize this little element here. Last time I fussy cut these were during the Super Bowl, and I haven't even finished using all of them yet. I feel like since I do already have my materials out, I'm just gonna paint the rest of this. Oh, I don't have any paint though. I need water. Let me go get a little water. Cookie. I'm at my last page of my tea, and I just want to do whatever right now. I'm not interested in making too much effort. I'm reminded, like doing this, I'm reminded of Job. I feel like he does a good job of like doing these like kind of colorful patterns across the page. My hand still feels like awkward. Like, what do I do with these shapes? I'm like trying to remember what he did. Alright, I'm just gonna keep it at this. Random blobberoos. I love this tree so much. It was so nice when the weather was good. It was like the sky was so blue, and all these just look like cotton candies. What if I drew it? Like that's what the cherry blossoms really do feel like, especially the, I guess the species that we have in Seattle. They really look like puffy cotton candy against the sky. I really like this R&B take on this Twice song. I went out on 1 to 2 urban sketching meetups already. And it was funny just to see how everyone approaches cherry blossoms, because like you can see, it really is kind of like clumps of flowers, and like creates a illusion of a canopy, right? So some people attempted to like really draw out all the individual clumps, and then like me, I'm lazy. I just use like clouds and like really not include the details. If I get this is the first time I actually am drawing the clumps out, and it's a lot of work. It's really hard to express it too. Where do you find such events? What event? Cars and Coffee? I feel like it's one of those things, like, if your hobby, if you're in the hobby, you find out. Kind of like, people who are in our hobby, you find out about pen shows. Elliot always just kind of was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to this Cars and Coffee this weekend. Maybe they like also like invite you or something. He's in so many of these forums on the internet, Facebook groups and stuff, car groups. And maybe you go to one and they tell you, oh, here's the other things that we go to. So he's going to 2 today. One's at Pioneer Square, in like a old school kind of square place, and all the Porsches. It's a Porsche only. Those nerds. It's a Porsche only meetup. So that one's pretty vain. And then he's going later to one at Lake Washington, which is a little bit more casual. But it's funny because recently that group, he's like very angry because people are misbehaving. Like people are being little show off pricks, basically, in the car, and they like speed on the road on the way there. They like show off their engines and make loud noises, and the neighborhoods are complaining and like threatening to call the police to shut down the show, even though it's kind of like by a public park. So Elliot's like, why can't people just behave? Oh, urban sketching events. You can typically find them on. So there's quite a lot. There's because the urban sketching movement is a global movement. So if you if you Google it, you might actually find one in your city. Like as far as I know, there's tons. Oh my God, that's how Jerry's favorite car and coffee got shut down. Stupid idiots revving engines. Exactly. Yeah. That's what's happening. And Elliot's like very angry. He's like, "Can you guys just like chill?" Because the location is really good. And by the way, China, I'm pasting the Urban Sketcher chapters, so you can look for your city. So the ones that he goes to, he really likes because it's right along the lake, so you can get a really nice background view of like the waters, and it's like a long strip of parking lot. So everyone's just it's kind of like a long show, but yeah, it's free. First, it's a free event, and then he already has made quite a lot of friends there. He's one of the OG goers since like years ago. So for him, it was a personal thing. But like obviously, as it makes his way to more people, like younger people who likes to show off cars instead of really appreciating cars, like Elliot does, they think it's a place to show off, and so even though they're like driving stupid cars, not even cool cars like Elliot's. Just like people stealing at pen shows. Yeah. Okay, I really like my cherry blossoms. They look so good. It started casually and now I'm in love. Okay, I'm gonna try to paint these. I've been making pink by using just water and this quin rose, like making it pale like this, adding a lot of water. And here's where the water brush does comes in handy, because I'm trying to just go for a really light layer, so I can really just let the water that comes out from the water brush eventually cover up the whole space. Oh no, this micron is not dried yet. I'm already teasing it. Alright, I gotta wait for that to dry. There's one page that I need to write in. I think it's this one in the front. I don't know why I left this one empty too. Was it this one? This guy. Yeah, this page. Let me mark that. I'm using a little brown to give it a little warmth. For the darker colors, maybe even a little blue. And now I'm just kind of drawing out the darker shadows that I see. Maybe this is a new approach I can do today with because I'm going out on another outing today, not with the local group, but just within my friends and I. And we're gonna go to another one of our favorite patches, in my opinion, and then we're gonna go sketch. The one that the Urban Sketchers are going, the Seattle group are going today, I went yesterday and I know that it's gonna be incredibly busy, so I don't wanna go to that one. It's a beautiful one. I've never been to that one before, and thanks to their recommendation, I discovered that new street, and it's now officially on my roster. I will try to go as much as I can in the future, next year or so, just to snoop out that area when there's like less people during the weekday. This year I intentionally like take days off, specifically just like this past Tuesday, so I could like go to all my favorite cherry blossom spots without the crowd. Nice. There. Cherry blossoms. Sometimes I look at my cloth and be like, wow, what is this disgusting thing? That's what happens though. Eventually, if you mix a lot of colors all together, they just become gray and dark. This is a cute kanahe handkerchief, and I've been slowly contaminating it in sections, starting out with this ugliest piece. But I've been using this rag for how many years now? I would say 5 at least. 6. Because I just like doing this to clean brushes. Okay. While I wait for that to dry. Let's pivot to the Hobe. To this day, Sunday. I need to put these cute photos of Cookie. Which one do I want to use? So many are so cute. I think this one peeing is the cutest. And then one of these because there's a duplicate. And maybe this one of the Outlook. And the rest I'll use it in my puppy diary. I also, although I've been printing out photos of all my cherry blossom adventures, I couldn't resist printing out actual prints too, because I feel like the colors of my printer is still a little washed out. Like look at this one. It could be a little bit more saturated. So I used the app Free Prints. Have you guys heard of that? They like give you 85 free prints. You just pay shipping. I think that's their motto anyway. It's like usually these kind of places just really charge for shipping. But anyway, I selected 85 photos from my phone and just upload those. It's super easy. And then now I'm like happily waiting for my 85 actual 4x6 photo prints. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. I might just have to buy an album specifically for it. But I'm just really happy about these photos. Maybe I could put them in Happy Meals. How about this little corner collage piece? Eat meanie. Have fun with your gardening. This whole thing, I've decided maybe what I should do is really just open another pack of my sticker book and store these in here. See ya. Alright, suddenly we're turning into an organization stream. Pick them out like so. These two are the kitsaten. Let's actually sort them a little bit. Ooh, I want to use this. The little cherry blossom yokais. I've been hoarding them. This one is kind of like a shitty one. But yeah, these stickers have just been kind of sitting kind of in a very slippery pile because they're all like plastic sleeves on my table, causing things that sits on them to threaten to slip as well, which is super annoying. Okay, I think I just had a thought, what if I update this to include the background because it makes the image more visible. There, that's better. I love the sauna one. Actually, I prefer bathing a little bit more than sauna, like onsens and stuff, but you know, I feel like it's also very much on a similar vein. My old colleague, he loves saunas actually, so It was funny that he was gonna recommend me some sauna places to go to when I visited Japan. But he actually left the company. Can't. There. Sakaya. Together. This is a huge one though. I don't think this one fits. And unfortunately, how about this guy? It fits. Okay. Okay, that pile is significantly reduced. It's gonna help with storage. Oof. And funnily enough, I forgot what I was doing initially with the stickers. Do I have more? Oh, everything's a slippery pile here. So annoying. I found more. They're in here. They're in here. I'm gonna reorganize these. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna use these stickers to collage that little piece for 3 photos. Together. These goes with this series. I think what had happened was I had this pile of stickers and then I was going to meetups and I would like parse them out and then they would now be spread out between 3 to 4 places. Okay, all right, calm down. You know where your things are now. Things make sense now. A little bit. They make a little bit of sense. Coffee, pancake, baby pancake. One of the pages, I definitely want to put the bath salt packaging like I did here. So on one of my self-care days, this thing is not sticking. I need to switch to a stronger tape. There. You can see here, I sticked in the entire package of the bath salt I used on one of the days. And I think I have another one I wanted to put into one of the days. Maybe on Wednesday or Tuesday. I'm going to grab it real quick. It's a lemon flavored one. The little essences are getting on there. Oof, still wet inside. Wow, it smells so nice. I should have left it out to dry before I do this. How did I make it not so? How do I? Why is it so crooked? I think I need to use a cutter. There. This flavor is called the Weekend Lemonade. Weekend Lemonade. Really nice vibes. Which day did I take a bath though? Was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. Ooh, I forgot to print a photo of the Jollibee. And the good thing about this is it also keeps my journal smells really nice. Trying to use up my double-sided tape from Hobonichi. And since regular glue tape doesn't really work well on this material, I found this to be the best thing to use. This is Stacy's version of Fancy by Twice. I kind of like it. I am now in episode 5 of Queen of Tears. I started watching a new show yesterday called The Impossible Heir. Only got into I blew through episode 1 to 4 throughout the entire of yesterday. So that was nice. But it has gotten to a point of the plot where I'm not as interested in it anymore. So we'll see if I continue to watch that. Nice. Like I should put one in this corner. Is there anything I could use here? Oh wow, this just scratched me when your stationery item strikes back. just have to complain. I feel like Sailor Nibs just has such a scratchy feedback. I'm getting really kind of sick of it. What is this? This is a M. The tipping of this. Why is this so scratchy? Interesting. Bye, Jessica. Let me compare it to an ultra smooth. Pilot. Like this one just glides. This one glides without any scratches, and this Sailor Bear is just like freaking friction fantasy land. It was like just like doing all these scratchy sounds. I don't think I've ever had a Sailor that's this scratchy before. Oh, Jessica, do you know how to tune it too? Cool, I'll bring it the next opportunity. To be honest, I probably will actually go to like a show soon, but like what's my next one? St. Louis, I think. Maybe I can find someone to tune it for me there. Like for example, this Yoseika one is the Sailor Pro Gear. This one doesn't scratch as much as that one. Jolly Bee. Could be a little misaligned. It writes okay though. It feels like I'm writing with a pencil. Yesterday we had Pike's noodle. Thankfully the flow is still good. It's just, I feel like there's like an angle in there on the tipping. I can kind of see it too. Sailor will leave tiny burrs on the inside edge. And then their person taught me how to polish it off. That's cool. Jim. save you. Hey, Miss Cheese Crafties, welcome to the stream. The sun's coming out. That's nice. I'm excited. Oh wow, it's been an hour. Okay, let's switch tracks and work on the layout I wanted to do in my Sparring notebook. I'm going to consider this done for now and just write down the end dates here, which is going to be I think the 19th. Maybe I could put one of Cookie's photo in here. How about this one with the cherry blossoms? The cookies. Oh no, they're totally fine. No. They were totally fine. I think the bubble wrap protects it. Thank you for those. And the inks, of course. Okay, let's get started. I think I wanted to do some stamping as a background, but I'm gonna look for some cherry blossom stamps. Give me a sec. I think I know what I wanted to use. Ah, my shoe. Shame that I don't have like a cherry blossom bloom clear tape. I don't think I do. Why do I have Paris? That's weird. What are these? Oh, no. Is this? They're not really cherry blossoms, but they'll do for what I want for now. Okay. How about over here? Some cherry blossom themed. I love this one. This is the time to take this out. I'll use this one as a starting page, kind of like Cookie saying, come explore the cherry blossoms with me, is what this image indicates. So I'm just gonna do per page, I think, a different destination. Let's start with the one closest to home. These two are both close to home. Yes, this one. The Emerson route. I know. When I was out on my outing that day, I think I went to 5 to 6 spots, and I ran into 3 separate USPS trucks. It was such a coincidence, and I was like, "Are they the same guys?" Alright. This is a super old stamp. Like, it's also kind of dingy. Should I try to clean it? No, I don't think it helps. I've been using these acrylic stamps in the old days when people used the chalk one. So it left a lot of like chalky residues on this. But it's okay. Nice. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the intro page in the front, and then I'm gonna do the map at the back. So it's like one destination per sheet. I'm gonna call this the Emerson tree. I will probably... Do I want to paint the word, or do I want to use a brush? Doesn't have a nice... I don't have a nice pink brush though. Let's paint it. Let's paint. Ow. I just stabbed my hand into the corner of my door. I kind of wish there's like a, I kind of wish the guideline thing goes through this paper, because I would like to write in a straight line, but I don't think it shows through. You can barely see it. Maybe I'll just do this. then the address. It's called Google Maps. This is West Emerson Street. Should I use a different color? Oh well, it's okay. By 8th Avenue West. This house also has 2 dogs. This is the photo for this, but I don't think it'll fit in here. Do I have any smaller ones? Okay, I'm gonna completely cover the address. I'll just have to rewrite it again. That's funny. But this works here. Alright, rewrite the address here. Yay! How long do they last in bloom? So far the schedule is everything was in buds last weekend. So by Friday, I got the 15th, March 15th, they were all in like tight buds and about to bloom. But because last weekend it was really sunny and really warm, so they all bloomed like over the weekend, like 16th, 17th was the weekend, and they all just bloomed suddenly. And following that, this past Monday was like Monday and Tuesday was peak bloom for a lot of these. And usually if the temperature gets really hot, like continues to be hot and warm, then they actually would just like be gone within the next 2 to 3 days because they'll start like falling off. But it being Seattle, it actually got cool again and got really cold and like a little drizzly. So the flowers are actually able to stay on the branches a little bit. They didn't like over open and then fall off. So since Tuesday, these flowers have been lasting. Oh no, my MacBook needs to be charged. Since Tuesday, this Tuesday, all these bloom had lasted all the way till Sunday, like today. Today, when I walk by a bunch of these trees, they're all still on the tree, but with quite a bit of a scattering already on the ground. But like I would say 70% is still on the tree, 30% on the ground. I wouldn't count on it lasting more than by the end of next week. I think by next Wednesday or Thursday, we'll see them all go. So I think in Japan they have a saying like cherry blossoms, they come and they just go just like that. And I think that's because with the weather there, it probably didn't allow the cherry blossoms to last. But with Seattle, it kind of the period of bloom is elongated because of how cold it gets. But yeah, typically a week. But I think it's kind of cool that ours is lasting up to 2 weeks now. So there really is this short window to really go and catch them all like Pokemon. So I had to take time off. But I was really pleased because, like I said, I have managed to capture all 11 spots. Very happy about that. Okay. I'll save this back page for some drawing of the map or something. Next location, this guy. And I kind of want to twist it to this format because it's a more of a vertical look. So I'm starting with all the singular trees essentially. I'll use the pattern block again. I really like the pattern block. Even though it's kind of I'll use green. Ooh. I have this guy here. But the one I'm going today, where I'm meeting up with, it's another huge cluster that like kind of typically blooms a little bit later. So today when I go, I'm expecting to hopefully see peak bloom. But there nearby is another spot that is like usually scattered already on the ground. That's my favorite 2 phases of cherry blossoms, really. The peak bloom and then the storm, the pink storm phase, where they all just, the wind blows and they all just start kind of raining down on you. My 2 favorite moments of cherry blossoms in Seattle. I kind of want to do this guy. A little bit of that big petal. Is this gonna stick? Hopefully it does. Nice. Little splattering here and there. You know what? I'm really happy that I made the decision to do this on the Spiral Ring instead of another Traveler's notebook, because the fact that it lays flat really allows me to do a lot of these kind of stamping more liberally, if you will. Okay, I think I have also another small photo to go with this one too. Do I kind of want to include this one on my list, so I'm going to put it on there. That's going to give it 12, even though it's not, this is not a destination people could visit. It's literally my friend's house. But it'll remind me that next year, like, oh, I need to plan to go to my friend's house to be able to catch that particular bloom. Okay, so this one is nope, I don't have more photos of this guy. Okay. Just gonna put it here. Sure. Alright friends, I'm gonna take a very quick getaway to go use the bathroom. I'll be back. Stay, listen to the music. Actually, the music's not gonna play, but I'll be back. Yeah, quick second. Good timing, because Cookie also came up and he wants to go out, so I also let him out. Okay, so this one, I don't have a name for it. So let me see, what should I name it? Maybe I'll just name it after the street. I think this is the Conklin. Yeah. I'm gonna call it the Conklin because it's on the Conklin Street. what is the address of this guy? Again, like, I feel like I don't really know exactly. Maybe if I drop the Google Map little man in there, I can find it. Okay, I can look for the door. Is this you? It must be you. Where's that tree? I feel like Google hasn't updated these these streets in a while, and they don't really show the right houses. Ah, I found you. Nice. Found it. I found it. It's this guy. It is this guy. Oh my god, you're such a big dramatic tree. You are. Wow, that's an old house. That's a different house right there. These trees all don't look the same. Okay. I'm gonna... Oh, not this one. You know when you like drag yourself back out of the Google Maps, people, and then you're like, oh right, I completely forgot where I was. What the heck? Oh, so I need to recognize the street name. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna do an approximate. Between 10th Concord Lane. And also I need to add a G to the Conklin. Okay, I need the stamp that features me walking Cookie on this page. Because that's kind of the story for this tree. And of course, it's incredibly hard to find that particular stamp when you needed it. But we're gonna look for it. We're gonna look for it. Oh my god, this is completely. Ah, I found it. This stamp. Perfect. me and Cooks on these walks. I think I didn't really discover like all these cherry blossoms until 5 years ago. 5 years ago. I didn't realize cherry blossoms was a thing until I like found it in my old neighborhood in Ballard. And then it wasn't since the pandemic that I started to walk Cookie around my now new neighborhood, Queen Anne, and started seeing a lot of these little pockets. And then I think it wasn't until 3-4 years ago that I started seriously hunting for them each season. When I would actually drive by car slowly through the streets, looking down both sides to see like down the streets which street has cherry blossom. And I remember being honked at once because I was just the person was like, what is this person doing driving so slow? And I felt really bad. So now I pick less busy times to do my scouting. And this year I scouted even more. I think I'm starting to branch out beyond Queen Anne, and this year I got to look down through a little bit of Capitol Hill. That was very nice. All right, the next one. I feel like the UW one has to be an iconic one. But I also want to do the Armor Street. Oh, sorry, this is the Armor Street. I'll do this one next. How about this one? No. Let's do the Armor Street. With the USPS truck. One of my OGs. OG location. Also discovered through walks with Cookie. Let's see, do I have a accompanying photo for this? Like this one. I love this one so much I did 2 photos of it. Actually, I'll do this one. Because this is the one closer to me where I could actually do these kind of like fun TN captures, if you will. Traveler's Notebook. Light puddling kind of effects. Second thoughts. Trying to see if I have a maybe this one's better. Yeah, this one's better. So finally, I can move on to the cluster. The cluster stamping. Oof. my, here it is. So I'm gonna call this one the armor row, because it's essentially a huge row of cherry blossoms across several streets. Very low, and miraculously, every single time I go there, there's always a USPS truck there for some reason. I'm gonna do this. And it has resulted in really pretty photos each time. And since this one's kind of on the way to our gym, I've always been pestering Elliot, like, can we drive by this row just to see how the cherry blossoms are doing when the season rolls around. Let me check the name. Just make sure I get it right. No. Oh, it's actually not armor, it's Newell. That's the correct name. Newell. Newell 9th? Yes, Newell and 9th. Alright, I can't call it the armor row now, it's called the Newell row. Good thing I checked. All this time I've been remembering these addresses wrong. Start with the green again. Jingle. address West Neville Street, 9th Ave West. Ninth Avenue West. This one's still a little wet. I'm gonna wait for it for a little bit. Fanning it. This is a good fan. The pencil board by Travelers makes for a good fan. I should also add like peak bloom period, like which one's the earlier ones, which ones are the later ones. Maybe I need to add those little data points. If anyone wants to ever take a look through these, I think I'll try to bring them to pen shows too, just to show off the Spiraling notebook anyway. I kind of want to do a little dappling here too. It's kind of dry already. Across this corner here. Like here. Nice. A casual stamp. That's like not fully shaped. See that? Like a little side dab. That's what I wanted. I love when the thread comes together like this. Clap my hands. Oh, it's already 2 hours. Man. It's 12. I do need to potentially get lunch and get ready for my meetup at 3. Because I want to leave at 2. I guess I could keep going for one more spread. Here it is so far. The Conklin. The Neville row. This actually I cheated, so I didn't go to this one. This one's a singular cherry blossom tree in Seaward Park, but this is the one that my friend Zoe went. So I was like, can I borrow your photo? Let's see. See, here's another one with the USPS truck. It's like a different spot. Let's turn it back to vertical for a little bit and do... Oh, I wanted to not do that one yet though. Actually, let's see. I'll do this one. I could do this guy. And then complement it with this guy. Ooh, I can use one of my photos here. No. Sorry guys, I'm being decisive. I'm like trying to think about composition. I think I did this one. It's a weird one. Really, this little image is the iconic element of this. Maybe I'll draw it. Maybe I'll just draw it. I'll do this one. And then I'll draw this little emblem on the page. Right. Let's do this guy. How was I gonna do this? Was I gonna do this? Yes. Kind of in the middle. Alright, this one has a funny name. It's called Knob Hill, I think. Let me check the address. I'm gonna draw this little doggo. A little chubby. Do a very faint pink. Again, the casual kind with the slight dab. That didn't quite work out the way I wanted it, but that's fine. I'll just paint. I'll paint it. Hi. Hold on. In the middle of something. Thank you for... Whoa! Hello! That's a lot of people. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec. Sorry. Timer mode. Thank you, Heathwin, for rating with a party of 37. Thank you for following. River Sage Plays, Rainbow X Zombies, Speckle, Heathwin, Tooth Play. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys had a good time at your previous stream. What were you streaming about? I'm just kind of putting together my little cherry blossom viewing guide for my neighborhood because we have a quite abundant numbers of cherry blossoms in Seattle, and I have selected a few favorite spots to showcase. So this is what we did so far. The Emerson tree, the Conklin, the Neville Row, and now we're my last one for today. This is the Nob Hill. Cluster. I feel like cluster sounds so bad, but okay, I'll do cluster. That's fine. Nob Hill. Maybe just Nob Hill. Maybe just the name is okay. Nob Hill. How do you spell knob? And yeah, sorry, I have the 10-minute timer turned on. I think previously for new followers, just because we're trying to avoid bots and stuff, but hang around for a little bit if you want to chat. Whew. address up here. Naphill Ave North. Lynn Street. And once that dry, I'll journal a little bit about it. It's like, is this dry? No, it's not dry yet. I kind of like how I painted that little doggo there. Because yeah, right at this intersection corner, there's a house with a super cute dog compass kind of thing. So if you raise your camera, you can really just capture that dog against the clouds, the beautiful cherry blossom clouds. Okay, let's try. Just randomly Elliot and I drove through the neighborhood for an open house. So this is another one of my favorite secret places. Now no, it's no longer secret, but a lot of people, like, there's not really quite the crowd here. Looking for my insert. This little corner is actually a dead end, and I think 3 years ago I ended up just parking my car at the dead end and just opened my hatchback, you know, kind of picnic style, and just ate my breakfast sandwich and drink coffee as I just admire the cherry blossoms. So this is how I had enjoyed it of previous years. Oh, this thing's not sticking. It was really nice. I spell Hanami wrong. I spell Hamami. Hanami in style. Let's see, how can I fix this? How can I fix this? Can I use a whiteout? Hamami. There, I'll just rewrite the whole thing. And 3 blocks down from this street, there's a tiny park, and then you can literally look over the railings and get this view. If I were to add some amendment to this, I will probably put this here. Yeah, I need to also start packing for my meetup later. Even though it's a picnic, I do want to paint, so I think I will bring my little quick setup for painting. Not gonna maybe bring a Traverse notebook, even though I doubt that I journal. I'll probably just take a lot of photos. Let me fix this. Alright, I think that's it for today. It went pretty good. I did 4 out of 9 spots. And then yeah, I need to figure out how I want to incorporate the map portion at the back pages. But this kind of gives me quite a lot of flexibility and space to discover more places in Seattle, I feel like. Beyond the 11 that I've already determined. And we'll keep a log of this continuously. I think that'll be really fun. Even though the season is almost over, cherry blossom season, I can add more to it next year. Alright friends, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for rating earlier, friends. Sorry that I am about to end my stream too. Let's see, is anyone streaming? Raven Blackheart is streaming, so let's rate her over there. You can use my rate message, which I'm gonna copy. And here we go. Bye friends, have a good weekend.